All right, welcome back to episode 3 of my Age of Wonders 3 2-unit challenge series, where it's me using only 2 military units to take on 5 allied AI Emperor opponents. For this, it's now turn 6. Not a whole lot interesting has been happening because I've had to be really selective with what battles I take on because a lot of them are really dangerous. So, and I'll show you this battle here by zooming back to a prior, I'll load a prior save so we can see that battle as well. But what interesting stuff has happened. So I had a battle here, and then this battle here. I will show you how this went. Pretty standard, just like the last time. They aggressed on me, which is not great, but I have to get them to separate. He used his heal immediately. He's already really low, just kind of scary, so I got to keep him back, use the ranged ability there. Low damage, which is good from that. Got to keep them running away. Was able to take out the priest and really want to get him going. Unfortunately, they keep being in range and able to do some light chip damage, so he's down to 11 health. So really need to get them going and try and attract them over to the leader who has more HP. So I'm trying to get them to split, and it works. And so at this point, you can see how I handle this. Unfortunately, some extra damage there, so it wasn't the best played, but was able to take them out. And then from this point, I'm just able to kite around the hole in the ground. So that's how that goes. Of course, it means a lot of healing needs to happen. What was the other battle here? So then on up here, so I skipped a lot of structures and came to do battle here. So melee, and a harpoon thrower. Got to be careful about the pikemen in particular. So I could show you the general gist of this, and I was like, please don't get frozen, right? Because that's the thing you want to do. And put some. Now he got immobilized, which sucks, but thankfully there was enough space. That was unfortunate. Able to take him out and go like this. And then, yeah, so not too bad. So that's where we're at. I've got more stuff to do here, but before I went farther, I figured it's already turned 6. Should do that. So what else has been interesting? Let's talk about our hero upgrades. So we're up to level 3 and level 3. What have I taken so far? Oh, and I did pick up that stoning. And I went into last stand and then into stoning. So, very useful spells. And over here, no changes in spells available. In terms of upgrades, boosted my health by +5, boosted my defense by 1. Field medic, defense command to help the whole stack. And over here, I took sprint, inflict crippling wounds, because that minus movement is essential. It's like a stiffen limbs from a ranged attack. Being able to slow them down to help with kiting is really useful. And the first strike is also really helpful to dissuade them. I upgraded defense and HP here as well. So that's what I've been doing with heroes so far. Here you can see that I picked up the Shrine, Builder's Hall, Siege Workshop, and now going towards Laboratory, trying to shoot for that item forge. And that is it in terms of castable abilities. No change with that, working towards some additional warfare points there. So that is where we're at. Because they're dwarfs, I wanted to keep them happy, and so I'm looking to have them become a vassal. So they keep themselves defended, but I'll get some extra income from them. Okay, let me pause here, and I'll bring up that battle down here from a prior save. 1 second. Okay, so I zoomed back to turn 2 so that we could get the recording for this. See So you can see how this went down. So they are attacking, and unfortunately, splitting. So I'm like, okay, I want to do some damage early, and I want this guy to be able to jump in flank attack so that I don't get stunned, because I do not want them to get stunned. So unfortunately, some damage, but I'll be able to use this guy to go in. I thought I would be able to do more damage, but I wasn't, so unfortunately, has to take some flanking damage moving away. Thankfully, that damage is minimal. The fact that he can float sucks. But at least that wisp is out of the way. Now I got to try and split this. Took away some movement and then attacked. So that's how I was able to whittle them down. So I didn't want him to be able to move away and do melee. And so that's how I presented that. Letting him do the attack and put stone skin on him so that he wouldn't take too much damage. So that's how that was handled. So yeah, so I will see you in a few turns, and this has been episode 3. See you in episode 4.